everyone, through here. Today we're gonna be exploring Vermillion Falls Park. This is an urban park, it's an urban oasis. If you're gonna combine urban and nature, this will be it. This is somewhere in Hastings, Minnesota. It's a little gem, not too hard to find, close to the road. Why I love this park is because of the waterfalls. So we're gonna explore, hike around a couple of places. There is a Vermillion Falls, which we're gonna see, hiking that way. And then obviously Minnesota is known for milling, so this is part of why they call Minnesota the Mill City, because of the waterfalls and harnessing the power of the waterfalls for milling. So over there, if you can hear the sound, that's a mill. I believe it's still working. So here is the fall we're gonna see, and this is called the Vermillion Falls. So this is winter, but it's still pretty powerful. And this park is also beautiful because of the forest. So you can hike around the forest, which we're gonna see here. The topology is very good. The embankments, and then just overall, the city of Hastings is just very beautiful too as well. So here is a historic Vermillion Falls. In the winter time, you can imagine in the summertime it's also very beautiful. There's been flour milling here since the 19th century. So it has a very strong economic significance, but more importantly, hiking trails, bird watching, geocaching, fishing, you can do it all. The parking is right up the road. I didn't show it, but it's a free park to check out. It should be very family friendly. If you want to bring kids, it should be very family friendly. But that's we're gonna go hike around. We're gonna hike up that way, and then I'm also gonna hike down along the river just to show a couple of hiking trails. As usual, I'm gonna leave an overlay of my GPS so you can see where we're hiking. Hopefully that's helpful to you if you're gonna come check out this Vermillion Park in Hastings, Minnesota. It's a little bit slippery here in the winter time, so. And there we have it. Very majestic. You can see the ruins of the mill over there. I think that's where the drive shafts will harness the power of the waterfall to drive the wheels, the flywheels, and I think that powered the mill. I don't think this is still working. I don't believe, I need to check this out. I don't believe this is still generating power, but you can imagine back in the day when the main source of power was water, that this was very instrumental for the economic development of this area. If you go down to Minneapolis, you also have the mill on St. Anthony Falls. St. Anthony Falls, that's a very popular one, but this is also a very powerful fall here in Vermillion, Hastings, Minnesota. And the Vermillion River, this should go all the way to, I believe, joining the Mississippi down this way, somewhere around Prescott, Wisconsin. So not too far down this way is Mississippi. Up this way will be going north, and that's where you have St. Paul, where the St. Croix and the Mississippi join. And then if you go this way west, that will be where you have the Minnesota and the Mississippi joining. So Minnesota joins Mississippi, Minnesota River somewhere back in Minneapolis, and then they join Mississippi, joins St. Croix somewhere here, and then the Lake Vermillion will go down in Prescott, Minnesota, or even Hastings. And Hastings goes all the way down that way so as well. It's a very beautiful park. Limestone, so this wears out pretty quick and leads to a lot of caves and caverns. So when you go to South Minnesota, it's very common. You see a lot of this, which is why this is called the Bluff Country. There's a path here for us to hike to see the waterfall from the bottom. It's pretty treacherous. I would say this is not for kids, in my opinion. Especially in the winter time, you can imagine it being slippery. So I don't have good shoes. So come prepared if you're gonna check this out, if you're gonna hike this trail. But it's so close to the city that I think for a day trip, it's highly recommended. The picture doesn't do it justice, but that's kind of interesting, being able to see through all the way up through the opening up back there. So you can hear the train. The Amtrak does run not too far from here, along the Hastings Bridge. But then you have the trains. I believe they do come, they bring grain to the mill for milling, and then they probably take the grains back. That would be my guess. This does look like a good river for fishing, fly fishing. I'm not sure how effective that would be, but it does look pretty interesting. And then on my left here are some openings and caves. So we're not gonna make it all the way in there, but you do have this as well. When we go on these adventures, part of what I think about is how long or how big was this river at one point in time for it to have done all of this massive erosion we see on the embankments here. When you think about time, it's impressive. There are some crystals. If this was a real cave, this would be your stalactites, and then the stalagmites would be down. But this is not a real cave, so this is just from the water freezing. But you can imagine some of the thought I have, especially visiting like the Grand Canyon. You see the little Colorado River in the Grand Canyon, and then you have this massive canyon, and apparently the Colorado River carved the canyon. The same kind of thinking comes here, where you have the little Vermillion River, and you see this oh, the train is moving. The train is moving. You see this embankment, and we're meant to believe that all of this at one point was carved by that river. It's unbelievable. That's the power of nature. So let's go back. I want to take the safest route, just given that this is winter. This is a little bit more slippery. So I'm going to go as careful as possible. Minnesota does have about 15 good waterfalls, and this will be one of them. So if you're trying to visit all the waterfalls in Minnesota, they should be on your list. So we saw the Fairy Falls. When you go up north, there's Gooseberry, there's all the popular ones. But closer to the Twin Cities, they should definitely be on the list of waterfalls. And then you have those embankments, those caves over there too as well. I could see them being a lot of bats living in those caves, but you know, with Minnesota and the cold, maybe not. Or swallows or birds, maybe in the summer months when it's warm. But right now it's pretty empty with the cold. I don't see a lot of birds surviving there at this time of the year. getting close. And we see, I wonder what this is. What would this be? It does seem like there's been some dumping happening. That seems like a couch, a couple of couches. This might be like a spring bed from a couch still. Yeah, there's been some dumping happening around here. And the waterfall we're trying to go to is just a few, about 500. So right now we should be a good 20 feet or 30 feet down from the top to the bottom. So that's how deep we are. At least I would say 30 feet or more. 30 or 35 feet down. Something running strong. All right, I remember this place. I recall it gets a little bit tricky to navigate this angle to see the waterfall. So we'll take a look at it. If it's too slippery, we're just gonna go back. If it's not, then we'll try to go across. I think this water is too cold and I'll have no business being there this time. So I'm just gonna be extra careful here. So, yep. There's not a lot to go with. And that's the waterfall over there. I think we can make it. It's not too bad. Wow, you can feel the power. You definitely can feel the power. And the mist. And the mist coming up. Whoa. I'm surprised it's this windy though. So all of this power you feel, just imagine having a flywheel spinning and you have a shaft that takes that into the mill. This is a big mill here for milling all the corn, the wheat and all the stuff that's growing out here in the Midwest. So it definitely does make sense. You can definitely feel the power. Whoa! Wow! Wow, 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 wow. And you can see the erosion over time from all the way over there. Pretty powerful. Alright, I think the mist is too much. I don't want it on my gimbal, so we're gonna head back. But yeah, this is a highly recommended waterfall to check out. So we came from this way. not allowed to go by there, so have to be careful. There is a Lake Vermillion, but that's the waterfall, the Vermillion Falls in Hastings. So highly recommended. There's more hiking, so we're gonna be. I'll try to do some more hiking to show some trails. So there is a bridge that spans across this chasm. Very beautiful. About a mile or so, well, maybe about half a mile down. I'm gonna try to hike to that bridge if possible. And then I'll show some more trails, but this is it's a nice escape for a day or even an evening. If you want to get away for a night real quick after work, or in the morning for a quick hike and then get back to work. Depending on your location in the cities, you can definitely do this trail. But on a Saturday or a Sunday, you can absolutely do it. It's very doable for a hike. So let's just keep going. Few minutes here. I'm just gonna go back to the main trail. supposed to mean, but so here's the bridge I talked about. I'm gonna go check that out. There seems to be restoration work happening, so we're gonna do our best to stay off of that. So here is the bridge that spans the Vermillion River. A lot of locks. A lot of locks. What's the story behind these locks? I'm not sure. Yeah. Why this bridge with locks? This one is maybe somebody been in their addiction. Vermillion River Trail Bridge, 1995, Hastings Rotary Club. So you can either park from this side of the bridge or from this side, the other side of the bridge we came from. I'm always amazed when I see bridges like this. They seem inconspicuous, but I think about the people who actually build these bridges to come on such a perilous place and to stand up those things and be able to put up this bridge was no easy feat. So it's easy to just go across, but building the bridge definitely probably wasn't an easy thing to do. I'm always amazed by that, to be honest, and humbled by it too. Yeah, you can make it all the way down. I don't think I've been this way before. Yeah, you can make it all the way down, but for today we're not going to do that. And somebody even put a rope. There's a rope there to make it easy. But in the winter sleepiness, we will not be doing that today. Okay, let's go. can hear the trains that keeps going back and forth. Maybe we can catch it from here. Yeah, these are not your ordinary trains. Trains, they do have tires. Has tires, so it must be, it's not a long distance train, it must just be a train used for this area. And then interestingly, you have Biafra. You have Biafra written on that. I wonder why. Well, if you don't know what Biafra is, you can go look it up. I'm not going to be explaining that in this video. Brings us to the end of the park. I think that's private property that way. But so this is the old mill park. I wonder what this says. That is over there, across the river over there. It looks very industrial. And this is the old mill ruins. So there used to be milling here. This used to be the old mill. I wonder why the old mill would be here as opposed to being near the waterfall. Why here? So zoom in. Buildings is they can stand the test of time. They are almost like the Roman buildings. They would go for centuries without budging. Whatever kind of mortar was used and the bricks, they would just be here forever. Kind of small. But it was a couple of stories high. And then probably the basement floor. I wouldn't be surprised if this area was maybe dammed. Back here. So this must have been the entrance. Part of the old mill, potentially. Seems pretty mangled, but it's attached to the ground, so it must have been. That those were the dark ages, those were the old people. They didn't know what they did. But these are the people who were building mills. These are the people who built all of these things. And civilization today would not exist without the mills that made the bread, that made the corn, the flour that fed people, that did research, that came up with antibiotics. Everything kind of builds on each other. So you know, sometimes when it's easy for people of today to think that, you know, we're more civilized, we've gotten everything figured out. Ancient people were just old and ignorant, and I don't know. I don't subscribe to that. I think We are here because people did their part in their time, given what they had and what they knew. And it's incumbent upon us today, given our time, given what we have and what we know, to do what we can to the best of our abilities, so that the folks of tomorrow will be better than we are today. And they will be better, not because they look at us and say, well, the people of the 21st century were terrible, or were backwards, or were using smartphones instead of teleportation or something. They wouldn't say that. They would be grateful for us, because in our own time we did the best that we could, or that we can, given what we have and what we know, so that the next generation can be elevated and move forward. You know, that's why things like this just fascinate me when you go back in time. It can be it's just humbling. It's just humbling. Now that seems like a trail that I definitely wanna figure out if I can make it through. So let's see. I believe if I go back this way, so the mill is this way, I should be able to if I can make it out here. I want to be out before it gets dark. I typically don't like being out in the dark. If I can make it out here, and one of the things I always advise people for, if you're gonna go out and hike and explore, invest in a good pair of hiking shoes. Just invest in it. Your legs will thank you for it. To me, I believe that there are a couple of things that you absolutely should not shortchange when you do your investments. Number one, hiking shoes. Well, if you hike, hiking shoes. If you play sports, football shoes, whatever you do, figure out what your passion is. Invest in the best that you can. Don't go cheap. Don't take corners. Buy the best, most comfortable. Forget about aesthetics. The best, most comfortable hiking shoes you can. Once you have that, once you have the best and comfortable, you can worry about aesthetics later. Don't worry how the shoe looks. If it feels comfortable when you hike, feels good when you hike, even if it doesn't look the best, I'll take it over a shoe that looks pretty, but it's not comfortable hiking, because it will just make you not love hiking. And the goal is you should love hiking. It's steeper than it looks, to be honest. Maybe I'll walk out here. I wonder what that is over there. What building is that? buildings. And the reason why I think about things like that is when you walk around with a camera, not every place can be videotaped. So yeah, so over there is Prescott, Wisconsin, so not too far from there. Oh, veterans home. Now the question is, could I hike across to get back to the other side where the parking was? So this is the veterans building. For all the veterans that are watching, thank you for your service. So this is the entrance. Trail that gets me across. That's what we should figure out. Oh, it does say dead end. Oops. So it does seem to be a hiking trail, a bike trail. Somewhere this way. See if I can find the big trail. Usually see them in couples. Alright, so I believe this trail should take us back to that parking lot. And I wonder where the trail goes to now. So we came from the opposite side, went up the bridge. Lots of graffitis. So with luck, we should be able to get back using this route. How are you? Let's see this brush from this perspective. Oh my. Look at this. So this brings us to the end of our hike. Vermillion Falls, 35-foot cliff in Hastings. It's a dramatic, picturesque scene, rushing water, the power of nature, an amazing fall to see any time of the year. In the fall, in the spring, in the winter, you will not be disappointed. It's been a gathering place for Native American tribes throughout the year. The roads are paved for hiking and biking. There's picnic around. The town of Hastings is nearby. It's an amazing fall for a day trip, so if you can make it, you definitely should come out and check out the fall. Wear sturdy shoes. The trails are uneven and slippery, so highly recommended you put on really good sturdy shoes. Pack your sense of adventure. Head out to the Vermillion Falls in Hastings, where the power and the beauty of this natural wonder. Explore the historical significance of this fall and create memories that will last a lifetime. This has been Life with Fru. I'll see you in the next video.